Hello guys, and welcome to a new Still Division 2 video today by myself, Vulcan, and Attack Power.
Always happy to be here.
In this video, we have for you game 2 of a best of 3 between Khers and Onord in the semi-final of Season 8 of the Still Division 2 League. Today they are playing on Kostrita, and on our left in the red team playing on the allied side we have Onord using the third VDV and the Maverick deployment type. And on our right in the blue team playing on the Axis side, we have Khers using the Pansaridivisioona and the Vanguard deployment type. So what do you think about this, Attack Power?
Yeah, sorry, I'm switching my screen because I forgot your rules about which side is which. Uh, this is a really odd choice, specifically from Khers. Pansaridivisioona really is not a very strong division anymore, at least not highly rated. It's got some really great tools individually, like Yakari. It's got the Finnish infantry, and Finnish infantry are really strong. It's easily forgotten how stupidly powerful these guys are in the woods specifically. So I understand the choice. I mean, if you're gonna go that way, I'd kind of just go Rukma, and go that way. But you got the armor though to fill the open ground. I mean, maybe this division is just great on this map. The Latiel, the AT gun, like the AT rifles, those are absolutely absurd. They're one of the best AT guns in the game. You get all kinds of light armor in the T-26s, and those things tend to overperform. Your biggest issue is the slow transports. They're just so dirt slow. On the other side, third VDV, it's not a division I like very much because I don't like how, it's got to be CQC or nothing, But it certainly can be very strong in this map, especially on this bottom side, of course, with all the woods. He should be able to totally dominate that. But it'll be interesting to see how he deals with the more open parts of the map.
Yeah. So Onord did manage to take the first game. So
Spoiler.
Khers will be making sure to get back one on this one if he can, in order to take it to game 3. Otherwise, Onord will be moving on to the final to play Gonzo. So we'll have to see how they do. But yeah, the descents in the third VDV are not as good at close range as you'd imagine, because particularly against things like Yakari, they don't have a Molotov or anything or a HE grenade for close range. They just have pure submachine guns, so they do get outclassed quite a bit there. But let's have a quick look at what Onord's getting down. He's got 45 mil on the top side with a PTRS, some Desant with the DT, a couple of normal Desants with the Shtomoviki and the Desant Vizivod PTR, which are an interesting squad with I think 3 PTRDs.
It is 3, and an AT grenade, and the PPSH 43. It's an interesting squad.
Yeah. Then the double sniper for the center with the OB25. Then there's some Desant heading towards the town. And then on the bottom side, a huge amount of forces looking to control this forest with the 3 PTRS, 2 Desant Vizivod PTR, 2 Desant DT, multiple Desants with the 37mm AA even down there, some Shtomoviki docks, which are fantastic close range infantry, which we saw in the last game as well, with the Desant Sapari Komroti there. On the side of Khers, for the top side, he's got the T28E coming in.
Love those.
Which is an interesting
I love those tanks. I absolutely love that tank.
Yeah, decent HE fire on its main gun, plus 3 machine guns. Really good at ripping through infantry. There is going to be I think that's like a Maxim there supporting. Then we have the Suksi Pianeri and the Yakari and the Taka Ampuya. Another Taka Ampuya with the Sturmi and some more of these Maxims with the Yakari and Kivari. On the bottom side, Lati squads with the Yakari, multiple T26Bs actually down here, and some T38M2s. I like these little things. They're great little machine gun tanks. Then we got a leader there with the Suksi Pianeri and more Yakari and Nostovak.
Yeah, one thing I did forget to mention, what's even more interesting is Khers on Vanguard instead of the classic Maverick of Division 1 here. This is one of the first games we've seen, I think, where someone's not playing Maverick. So I'm very interested to see how this will turn out for him. These Takam Puya are just absurd. They're double snipers, and they absolutely shred. They can kill units in transports actually very easily, because 2 sniper shots often will kill a transport.
Yep, well, we were talking a little bit before the game started about why he would be bringing in Vanguard, and I was saying that it might be because the infantry tab is so limited that he wants to basically try and exploit that as much early on, because he won't have the longevity of the game to even go Maverick in this case.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a possibility. We'll see who wins here, the Latiel or the PTRS. Oh, and the Latiel goes down. I love Latiels. Hopefully he noticed that. Otherwise, okay, he did notice that in time, because otherwise that PTRS was about to shred. The Takampuya in the center goes down to the OB-25 and the sniper. So unfortunate there. One of the big issues, the two biggest issues Pansari is the speed, right? It takes them forever to get anywhere. And secondly, they have no long-range infantry units, like, at all, which luckily against, you know, VDV, that's not an issue at all.
Yeah, well, they do have the Latsuvaki, don't they?
Okay, okay. If you're going to tell me that's your best long-range unit, then you don't have good long-range units. Notice this Onord popping 2 PTRSs into the back lines of Khers here. If he takes out this 40 mil, actually, that would be huge to start, and it could only get worse from there.
Although Khers actually turned the 40 mil the other way. I don't know if you saw those coming down the road.
Accident, or a coinky dink, or really skilled turnaround?
I think maybe it's just because he saw the PE2 and he's trying to use it, yeah, with the BF-109 coming in, the ace Ilu coming in for the kill onto the PE2. This thing is super fast. The BF-109 GT has 620 km/h speed, but with a 37 shooting it, it will not get very far, and we'll have to turn back. It does get the extra agility for being 2-star, but
they're terrible.
It still might get shot down.
Yeah, they're awful. BF-109 G2s are absolutely terrible. Down south here, we have our first hit, our first meeting of the powers here. Skill Pionieri versus basically everything else. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
This is a crazy engagement.
This is quite something else. Who will come out on top? It looks like
third VDV. Viki should win.
I don't know, because those Yakari are so dangerous.
Nice kill onto the leader, though. That changes a lot. And the Yakari.
And now the T-26B hitting that down. Oh, Yakari are just so good. Oh, no. And things just fell apart.
Disaster for Onord. He put so much into that bottom side engagement, and Yakari just ate that up. Like, the worst thing that was happening there was all of the flames and the Molotovs and everything that was thrown ended up making it so that Onord's infantry couldn't stop to fire. So the Yakari, with their really strong Suomis, were just absolutely obliterating them at close range.
Yeah, and the Pionieri have the same thing, like the double flamer of the finish. Down south, the VZVOD did take out one of those recon tanks, and it looks like these Yakari will happen upon them now and should wipe them out pretty easily, even with those PPS 43s. Yakari are so good in the forest. One of the best infantry in the forest in the game, actually, I would say.
The other really important thing there was that Khers didn't lose his commander or his leader, whilst Khers did. The kill onto the leader there was massive. The 120, though, chunking. Definitely getting some shots onto those Yakari.
Yeah. Down south, the VZVOD finally goes down. Not before it takes another hit on a T-26B. Now, the thing is, though, if he micros well, so the Desaniki just hopped in and out of this building dodging the Molotov, if he can continue to do that, he can do quite a good bit of damage. One thing to remember, though, Yakari are better than Desaniki. The big thing is they're only 15 points, while the Yakari are 20.
Yeah, so you do get decent value out of their descents in the long run, but
they still aren't
when you're out of position, it's not ever going to be good. Like the only time the descents are going to be good is when they're already in cover, and so the Yakari, they can actually pick off these units from range, and like say Onord unloads all of this infantry, like the Arknemachiki and the Sturmoviki and the descents into this heavy cover. The Yakari don't even need to push on that; they just wait, use this light cover in between the trees in order to win those engagements.
Yeah, and these two down south, there's this quite a little flank around here.
The 120 mortar just killed one of Onord's units.
Oh. Those are so good when they have radio. If they don't, they're just like any other.
Yeah, T-26 he killed one of his own units.
T-26B taking out the Valentine down there. That's, I mean, there were two of them, I guess. The Valentine took out both, but still quite a job for how many points is that unit? 20? 15 point unit.
All of the T-26s died now on this bottom side that were pushing through the trees with the infantry. The one died on the top side to the 45, and then the Valentine obviously dealing with the two on the bottom side there. This Lati squad of Khers, he's trying to sneak it around the bottom. I wonder if it will end up bumping into these flamers. We'll have to wait and see. But the front line has actually gone over these desserts now, so Khers picking up the flag advantage on this bottom side.
Always dangerous, though. I actually hate when that happens, because then basically that squad is now lost and can go anywhere, and you just don't know where they are.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. More reinforcements coming in for Khers in the middle. He's got the Nostrovaki heading forwards. He's got the Destelu coming in with the T26s and the BT42. BT42, really interesting unit. I used to love these when the flame was really, really strong, the flame unit, or the flame shot they could fire, and it would like kill tanks.
Oh yeah,
It's so ridiculous.
That is one of the best units in this division. Actually, this BT42, it is really, really strong. Like the Lattiel did go down. Also, I did not notice this until now. Back in the backlines of Khers, he had to unload 4 squads of infantry because of these PTRSs, and one is still sneaking about. That is just such a huge waste of time for him, because he's the one on the clock here with the Maverick versus Vanguard.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, another nice dodge there from Onord. He's still taking care of this descent squad, using it to take out these infantry.
Yeah, another recon tank going down there to these 45 mils. These 45 mils are key for Onord's defense, because obviously all the armor he's seeing is light armor, and the 45s absolutely tear that stuff up.
Another mortar strike goes astray.
Pins
down a lot of these owned flamers. Like this 120, they're going to get some discipline in after this battle.
That Desaniki finally goes down, and Khers does manage to grab the flag in the middle. He finally killed that sniper in OB-25 that was kind of holding him up. This T-28BE, though, is kind of like a brick wall for all these infantry. The Desaniki, the only one with an AT grenade, and that grenade is really short range. That mortar again. Oh my god, Onord, what are you doing, man?
The Stemabiki do find the leader, but that Desaniki not having a fun time with those 120mm mortar rounds come down on its face. There's a lot of friendly fire going on this game.
It's really bad.
Another 120mm mortar now on the field is going to help try and support against the infantry.
Maybe it'll just kill his own troops faster.
Yeah, maybe. But the T26s are now arriving. With the help of the Sturmy leader, you can get some veterancy on them. They'll do actually a decent chunk of damage.
Oh,
the
yeah.
bottom side has been broken down here for Khers. He's been completely wiped out for the time being. And as you mentioned, this PTRS is causing problems, as it has, killed a couple of transports on the road already. And
might kill this T26E.
These infantry squads, if you check these infantry squads routing on the bottom side, he's like, I'm gonna go everywhere to try and find these.
Yeah, that's PTRSs are so annoying. They really are. In the center, 107 finally is landing on Khers' troops instead of Onord's own troop. So that's 120s, excuse me, not 107s. The Nostrovaki that were unloaded finally coming out. Let's see if this PTRS can take out this T26 in the backlines. Oh, I didn't even see the other PTRS way up north. Here we go. Whoop! It missed. Lucky them. Yakari finally spot them, and he's off to the races again.
And the top side, like towards the mid with the town here, the Sturm is going to take out the Valentine. P2 comes in for more recon information, gets forced back immediately by these 40 mils. These 40 mils are so strong. Like the Bofors, just really, really nice AA to have, and the Finns having those as well as this strong infantry is really, really nice.
Yeah, Bofors feels so much stronger than 37 mils despite only being slightly different. I don't know. The BT-42 chunking this OB-25 quite easily. This should be an easy kill.
IL-237 coming in.
Oh yeah,
that's kill off the ISU-152 and the BT-42 that's there. The ISU-152 is the only one that Khers can get, so does not want to be losing that. But the Bofors surely going to be enough to stop that.
Totally wipes those out. Very nice. And this, one thing I'm really noticing on top players a lot is early and consistent deployment of AA. And I think that's something a lot of newer players just don't do enough of. You got to deploy AA, otherwise you're just going to get so bullied by all the Air Force in the game.
Yeah, so this Blenheim doing a great job killing as this too was covering the open ground, which will allow these T-26s some sort of leeway and getting very, very close actually to these 45 mils. And
another Zis too.
There.
That's just
Bring
already
those
took out.
down.
Yeah, already took out one of the T-26s, but with the infantry support of the Cavati here, they're gonna force them as this 2 goes down. That's a pretty big loss, and now it's a 15-9 all of a sudden for Khers, and we're in phase B though. This is where Onord has the big income advantage.
It's not as big as you think, though. I mean, it's you know, it's a reasonable advantage, but there's a lot on the ground right now for the next 3 to 4 minutes for Khers.
Yep.
So I think he's still going to have the advantage for the time being. Just needs to make sure that he holds on to the 15-9 as long as he can, and I think that's why he's making such deep pushes into Onord's line with these T-26s at the moment.
And we do see a 210mm off map floating about in the back lines too. These PTRSs are still. He's coming back for another. That's so obnoxious.
Yeah, he's got the one on the top's also got into position now. But yeah, the 210 here going to be looking to open up this town for Khers, and there is no AA on the side of Onord yet. So
he does have what he does. He does down south. It's just not covering the town.
He was free to do that on the top side though.
Yak 19 coming in. That's it. That's I would you agree? I think this is the best version of the Yak, basically.
I think the Yak 3 is better.
Oh really?
Maybe.
And having the 37 mil is nice.
The speed is not. Yeah, speed is good, but the Yak 9T, the trouble with the 37 mil is it has a shorter range. It's only 600 meters, so it's kind of a bit of a pain sometimes.
It does, but it's nice that it actually can kill stuff. I feel like a lot of times with the lighter Yaks, it's the same with the BF-109, where you'll sit behind a very good resilience bomber and they never die.
Yeah, it does definitely have that problem of like kind of overshooting its targets sometimes. Here comes the off map. Probably won't do too much these descents, but we'll pin them down. Probably allow the Nostovaki here and the Yakari to push forwards, as long as the off map doesn't actually force those Nostovaki to fall back as well.
A lot of friendly fire. A lot of friendly fire this game from both sides.
Yeah, thankfully 2 Yakari from Khers that are more than happy to run forwards after that.
16
more descents coming in from Onord though, and more Yakari from Khers. Looks like we're going to be seeing some interesting engagements here in the center.
Yeah, down south, T-26E's trying to take on this Valentine, failing pretty miserably. One already went down. Looks like the second one's going to fail as well, unfortunately, and that's most of the light armor now finally gone.
Yeah, Valentines are fantastic for cleaning up light armor because they have such high rate of fire. IL-2 cleans up both the T-26s on the top side. That's very nice indeed. Katyusha's now aiming towards the 40 mil, looking to take out that AA to open up the skies for probably the second IL-2 to come in and deal with the ISU 152 and the BT and maybe even the Sturmy, although the 45 mil might get a sneaky shot in here.
Let's see if it can do it. Those 45 mils are so good. I love 45 mils. I feel like they're coming back into the meta pretty hard.
This Katyusha strike. Oh, you are kidding me.
That's so bad.
That is 2 Katyushas. These are 80 points each, plus the supply you need to like resupply them, and he couldn't even kill one AA piece. That was so unlucky.
That was really bad. And like, he's not even like that far. Like, it's not even like he's putting them way in the back and really not like being aggressive with them. They're pretty close. They're almost 2,000 meters away. That should kill things. That was bad.
Just really unlucky.
Yeah.
And now, like, Onord's bringing in all of this stuff to try and, like, bomb, and, like, the IL-2 coming in there as well again. But he's going to notice that the 40 mil's still up in that speed, so...
Oh, yeah, yeah. Up north, we do have an off-map coming in. Going to open this up. That IL-2 fails to kill that T-28, and the T-28 is totally bullying all these infantry here. Here comes the off-map. Does he have something? Oh, yeah, he does have some Yakari coming in at the speed of death.
Yeah, so the IL-2 lost line of sight on the T-28 there.
Because of the retreating infantry, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no AA up there, so the IL-2 now going for the BT-42. Oh no, I love that thing. And down it goes. Does get a tail damage on the IL-2, so that should force it off.
Yep. Yeah, Kani's still making ground in the town in the center, though. And we're now like 5 minutes into phase B.
Just noticed the PTRS has taken at least 2 victims here. The northern PTRS, and the southern one now getting another 4 T-26Bs. He must have brought both cards of these.
He's killed actually, yeah, 2 more trucks on the bottom side and 2 more trucks on the top side with those 2 PTRSs. The T26s finally get the job done.
It is an
But that is
18-6. That's incredible. Getting a triple tick in D1 in Division 1 is very uncommon.
I think that what's happening is just Onord with the 3rd really struggles against like open range engagements. And this top side like is completely split open, and like his infantry, like the best long range infantry you got, like the Desaniki DTs with the 3 DTs, and whilst they can pin relatively quickly, they don't do that much damage. So you just sit there firing forever, and all that Khers really needs to do is just, you know, get more infantry, and then like it builds up because the descents aren't actually killing anything, and then when they get close enough with like the descents with the submachine guns, they just die to the Yakari. And then there's also, of course, like the BT-42 support weapons. You saw that delete the descent there. You've got the bombers coming in from Khers on this top side, which are completely uncontested. There's like no AA up there, so it's just chipping Onord like slowly but surely, and he just can't seem to get a foothold back into this game except from on this bottom side.
The southern PTRS finally died, so heroic there. And we do have the ITPSV. These are really good. They're basically Bofors on wheels, which is exactly what he needed up north to stop Onord's continuously growing air force. And down south, a big bombing well, not even a bombing strike, but a Ju-87 strike, pinning down a whole bunch of infantry and causing some surrenders even, I think.
Yeah, and the off-map plane finally went down, but I think he was just using it to recon at that point.
Yeah, he was. It only gets 2 strikes, so.
We did see one of the T-34s of Khers also get destroyed by a 45 on the bottom side of the town. The T-26s are arriving here to reinforce this bottom side, and Onord doesn't really have much to follow up, and there is 1 unit of Yakari that's kind of stranded behind enemy lines here. It's going to stop like the flamers from being used, although that was a nice surrender there from the flamers.
Yeah. Yeah, and up north, the Yakari now in position to another wave of T-26Bs coming in. The Yakari now in a position to stop all the close-range infantry from getting within 100 meters, which is very bad news. This BT-42 probably going to go down to these T-34s, I would think. Oh, nope, 2 misses. Great. Oh my goodness.
He's turned off the HE, so he's using the flames to get the damage in. And when he fired the first flamer, it caused the T-34 to move as it fired. So he actually missed. So it's like some really nice micro there. But this AA now coming under fire instead is not good for Khers.
Definitely bad, yes. And down it goes. That's unfortunate. IL-4 now coming in immediately after that dies. But there is still the 40 mil in the town that miraculously survived that Katusha strike. Look at the up north. Look at the wall. How many is that? 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 26 piece. Oh my god, that's such spam. It's horrible.
Yes, that's maybe one reason why he's using this instead of like Rapana, because I think Rapana only gets like 1 card of T-26s, whereas I think Pansaridivisioona can get 3 cards.
Oh god.
So
I can't say I've ever
into phase B, like they're actually relatively cost efficient against infantry divisions.
Oh no, they very much are. I just can't say I've ever picked a division because I wanted more T-26s. IL-2 takes down the Sturmy in the open there. So Onord's still getting good kills with his planes. IL-4 coming in now. He definitely built up a good air force over this B phase, and I think he's going to try to use it to get back into this game in C phase once both their incomes are down. Now, of course, Vanguard gets 10 more points, but that's not a huge difference really at this point.
It definitely kind of sets the game up in a bad way for Onord because, like, technically he's at a disadvantage. Yeah, it's not that much of a disadvantage, but technically he's at an income disadvantage for the rest of the game, and he's also kind of already behind.
Oh yeah, so he needs to capture.
It's not a nice place to be.
Well, yeah, and the reminder is in League there's a 50-minute time limit. Oh, finally the 40 mil goes down to the Katyushas. That embarrassment is over. You know, there's a 50-minute time limit, so even if Onord's able to like claw back a bunch of flags and maybe like hold at a 12-12. He's still going to lose, like, in the long run.
Yeah. And the catch is just, yeah, using another entire strike to take out that hand.
Well, I understand.
It's just so rough.
I do understand after that embarrassing first strike.
Now the IL-2 going to be free to have a go at this ISU 152 as long as it can stay in line of sight. One of them's actually flying from the bottom to the top side as the 37 starts firing at them. Going to be forcing one to fall back, but the other's going to be able to get through.
Oh, here comes the
Looking to clean
IL-2
up
for
the
that
descent.
ISU. This could be it for the ISU 152, and it survives.
Yeah, nice facing from Khers. Made sure that that was front facing the IL-2. Best thing to do in those sort of situations, if you don't have any AA, is actually front face towards the thing and drive towards it, so it gets less time on target. Or either lose line of sight.
Yeah,
if you can.
It's always a struggle to pick. Your first reaction is to run it away, but yeah, absolutely, if you drive towards it, keeps the armor facing the right way and then reduces the time. I'm just waiting to see what he does with this absolute swarm of T-26Bs. He does have AA to cover them, so an IL-2 can't come in and like one-shot all of them.
The Yakari with the Sturmy took out T-34s. There's a bunch of these descents pushed back in. And the Yakari takes out one down to 3 health and the other one completely. Oh, IL-2 coming into the Sturmy. Oh, nice side shots there. Gets the job done. Very good indeed. It's not looking good still for Onord though. 17-7. Been like it for a while, and it's certainly getting to a point where Onord needs to find these flags.
Yeah, I mean, I think Onord's been trading really well recently. I think he's definitely like, is not failing on the trades at this point, but on the flip side, he's so far behind in the first place. Even trading well at this point is potentially not enough.
Yep, nice bombing strike does pin down the 60 Pianini as the Descents surrendered that, so that's one flag back. Descents on the bottom side have made a strong push against the garrison infantry on that flag, so that's a second flag back, bringing it 15-9, but still a double tick. Probably needs one more just to give himself an extra minute or so.
And he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose this top flag now to this swarm of T-26s.
Yeah. I guess Khers is always going to be pushing back in different directions, and in the middle here, that's like one descent with 2 Yakari heading its way, so that's not a fun place to be. On the top, the IL-2 gets forced back as well by the ITPSV, so the T-26s are free to roam forwards. And yeah, there's going to actually be 2 flags now lost in the middle.
Back to an 18-6, and that looks like, if it was in any question, that definitely seals the deal here for this. Quite an incredible performance from Khers. I gotta say, I am extremely impressed.
I think it's just a divisional matchup, in my opinion. I don't think there's much Onord can do here, because he doesn't win the long-range engagement, he doesn't win the short-range engagement, and it just makes things very difficult. Like, yeah, he managed to recover the bottom side, but it took him a lot of time and resources to get that far on the bottom side, and on the top, he just had no control, because as soon as Khers has AA up, that's all of his long-range AA or AT options taken care of, right? The 37s, the IL-4s, they're the sort of things that you could use to kill the armor at range, but they're just not able to do their job, especially when your 2 Katyushas can't kill one or both with 40 mils. So
yeah, that's just bad.
It's rough. It's really rough. And after 23 minutes, 56 seconds, Khers is going to take the game. So that's 1-1 now in the series. Really exciting stuff.
Yeah, congratulations to him. If we check out the KDs here, Onord out-traded, like I said. He out-traded Khers 2,085 to 1,730. But I think he just lost so much early. And also remember too, I bet if we hop over to the kills, Khers killed a ton of units, but since they're all 15-point Desaniki, it doesn't show up very much in the actual stats, numerically speaking.
Yeah. So we got the PTRSs there.
Oh my god.
Getting 2 Yakari, 2 Kivari. The 45. Where's the other PTRS?
Yeah,
I think
definitely
a little further down. 2 Yakari on that one.
That was obnoxiously extreme. And again, it's not even, yes, the damage you're doing is significant, but even it's just the mental thing that that there's something there that can constantly attack your backline, so you constantly have to be looking back. It's distracting your micro. You're like, why are troops missing from the front line that I know I called in? This IL-2 did really good work too, took out a whole bunch of T-26s and a Sturmy. That 45 mil, wow, that killed a whole bunch of stuff up the whole gambit.
The thing is with the IL-2 is, like, it looks like it's got a lot of kills there, but it doesn't even pay itself off.
I guess not.
Like, The
Even with the Sturmy?
BT-42 Sturmy was barely getting there. Like
Yeah.
it's really rough, and then like the double Katyusha only killing like 140 mil.
Yeah, that
It's
was
just it's really bad. Between two strikes, it's terrible. But the yeah, like I think a lot of the kills are like these PTRS squads getting really nice value. Like the 45 mils were getting really good value as well throughout that game. So those were like the real MVPs.
Yeah, if we hop over to Khers here, we have a great, very powerful Yakari, not surprising. A Sturmy, that was the leader one that stuck around most of the game. That thing made it all the way through C phase. I think it died right at the end to maybe that 45 mil or something. Uh, Other than that, though, it was just Yakari trading 2-1 over and over again. I think that really broke the
Yeah,
camel's
with the
back.
fire support and the bombers, like I think the Blenheims were actually really, really good this game from Khers. They were killing the right thing at the right time every single time. Like either killing the AT gun at the right time, or they were like killing the enemy infantry squads that were in the way at the right time, and it was actually really nice to see.
Yeah, Blenheims are really efficient. They're not very expensive. They come in quick, drop their bombs, and get out and reload at a pretty good pace. So they're a very good bomber.
Yeah, so great job by Khers using Vanguard to take one back from Onord. I think it just came down to divisional matchup, and maybe Onord was thrown off by the Vanguard, or who knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, great stuff. That brings it back 1-1, which means we're going to be going to a third game. Really, really excited for that.
Yep. Congratulations to him. Looking forward to it. Guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you enjoy what you're watching, and have a fantastic day.